to make the Su family feel even more guilty. If it were before, Su Wanru would definitely have hugged him and comforted him. But now, she just stared blankly at the ceiling. This sight made Song Jinnian even more dissatisfied. Although he knew they got together initially, because Su Wanru wanted to use him to provoke me, to make me give up and stay away from her, but now he had given her everything. They were married, yet she was still thinking about me. Wanru. Su Wanru looked at him coldly. His face turned pale. As he was about to say something, Su Wanru glanced at her lower abdomen. The doctor had just told her that she was 1 month pregnant, but he had used protection every time. Except for that time our car crashed into the ravine. She was comforting Song Jinnian and didn't have time to use protection, just that one time. If I hadn't left yet, then having this baby wouldn't be so bad. But now that I'm gone, this baby is no longer necessary. Whether it was Song Jinnian or this baby, they were both just tools for Su Wanru to make me give up hope. Besides, now she had confirmed her feelings for me, so this baby absolutely could not be kept. I want to get rid of this baby. Those 6 short words made Song Jinnian jump to his feet. But before he could open his mouth, Father and Mother Su burst in. Father Su scolded Su Wanru harshly. She closed her eyes and fainted. On the other side, after I was picked up by the people my parents sent and taken to America, I immediately saw my biological parents standing at the exit, holding fresh flowers, looking nervously into the distance. I look a lot like my mother. The reunion after 15 years made us, the 3 of us, hold each other tightly, crying non-stop. Mother wiped her own tears, and looking at me, her tears fell again. Even after we got home, she held my hand tightly, refusing to let go. There. Originally, your father and I named you Xing Chen. It's okay, Mom. Just call me Xing Chen. After all, I've already cut ties with the Su family. I'm no longer a member of the Su family. Of course, I should take my biological parents' surname. Mother nodded excitedly, then suddenly looked at my legs. Xing Chen, after you've come to America, do you still want to continue racing? If you do, I'll go contact a club for you right away. I suddenly froze, staring straight at my legs. My eyes suddenly turned red, and tears began to fall one by one. Seeing me suddenly burst into tears, Mother panicked, thinking she had touched a sore spot. She hurriedly hugged me and apologized. I'm sorry, Xing Chen. If you don't want to go, we won't go. Okay? Mom, it's not that I don't want to race anymore. I recounted the story of how Song Jinnian pushed me off the high platform, how Su Wanru gave the special medicine to Song Jinnian, and everything else. When I got to the part where the doctor announced I could never race again, I threw myself into my mother's arms and sobbed uncontrollably. It had clearly been so long, but when I brought it up again, I still couldn't accept this reality. Mother was both angry and heartbroken. She comforted me for a long time. After watching me fall asleep, she quietly left and made a phone call back to the country. Lao Meng, I have a small matter I need your help with. Ever since Su Wanru became pregnant, Song Jinnian had moved into the Su family home. He took extremely meticulous care of Su Wanru. Whatever Su Wanru wanted, he gave her. Her 3 daily meals never had a repeated dish. Under the devoted care of the Su family and Song Jinnian, Su Wanru's chin gradually became rounder. The only thing that wasn't good was Song Jinnian. Although he and Su Wanru had held a wedding, they still hadn't registered their marriage, so legally, they were not yet husband and wife. Today was Mother Su's birthday. Even if Su Wanru didn't want to go home, she had to return. But when she arrived home, she didn't see a lively scene. Instead, everyone was gathered around, pointing and whispering. Her heart immediately panicked. She hurriedly pushed through the crowd to get inside, and saw Mother Su trying her best to stop Song Jinnian, not letting the police take him away. Asking the people around, she learned that my fall from the high platform was intentionally caused by Song Jinnian. Every time I practice, I use a camera to record it. Then I review the footage. That day, before arguing with Song Jinnian, I was originally going to turn off the camera, but I didn't expect to be pushed down by Song Jinnian. It just so happened to be caught on camera. Even if it hadn't been recorded, there were many people who witnessed it with their own eyes at that time. Originally, my close friends wanted to report it to the police, but because of Su Wanru's status, they were stopped by the club's senior management. They were not allowed to go to the police. Until today, a transatlantic call came from America. Only then was this matter brought to light once again. At the same time, the fact that Su Wanru gave the special medicine to Song Jinnian was also exposed. A series of scandals completely destroyed the Su family's reputation. The head police officer had a terrible headache. Just then, a car horn sounded from behind the crowd. Everyone turned their heads one by one. They saw a stern-looking middle-aged man get out of the car. He walked straight up to Su Wanru. The man took out a special investigation warrant. Su Wanru, you are suspected of harming others. You're coming with us. After speaking without waiting for her consent, he waved to his subordinates behind him. Several people rushed forward and directly escorted her into the car. When Mother Su saw this scene, she shouted and wanted to stop them. Father Su came to his senses and stopped her. That middle-aged man's status was far above his. Their family simply couldn't afford to offend him. Meanwhile, the police on this side no longer hesitated. They dragged Song Jinnian into the police car. The crowd gradually dispersed, leaving behind only a mess. Mother Su went limp and fell to the ground. Father Su hurriedly tried to help her up. Mother Su's vision went black, and she completely fainted. In the gloomy interrogation room, the middle-aged man sat in front of Su Wanru, Holding a piece of paper, he listed her crimes one by one. The more Su Wanru listened, the more familiar it sounded. She felt that these were exactly the things she had done to me. I had once asked Mother Su about the identity of my biological parents, but they seemed very scared and avoided talking about it. When the middle-aged man mentioned her giving the special medicine to Song Jinnian, harming Ambassador Xaia's son Xiao Yu and making it impossible for him to ever race again, she finally confirmed that Ambassador Xaia's son was me. She agitatedly wanted to stand up, wanting to confirm this truth with the person in front of her. But the subordinates behind her held her down firmly. The middle-aged man glanced at her coldly and announced her punishment. On the other side, Song Jinnian's situation was even more serious than Su Wanru's. Their investigation also found that Song Jinnian had intentionally injured others on more than one occasion. Besides me, there were several others he disliked who had also been harmed by him. Although the Song family was powerful and could have protected him, he had caused so much trouble and provoked someone he shouldn't have. They directly gave up on protecting him. In the end, the Song family had to pay the victims a large sum of money to settle the matter. Therefore, the Song family was furious. They vented all their anger on Song Jinnian and directly cut ties with him, leaving him to fend for himself. In the end, it was Mother Su who took him home. Previously, Mother Su had been very fond of Song Jinnian. She felt he was gentle and sensible, able to make her cold daughter smile. Every time he visited, the house was filled with laughter. Now that Mother Su saw the terrible things he had done, she couldn't be pleasant to him. Just seeing him gave her a headache. In the end, she directly moved Song Jinnian to the house next door and sent a few maids over to take care of him. She also reminded the maids, just make sure he stays alive. You don't need to care about anything else. It was clear that not long ago, Song Jinnian was still an object of admiration for everyone, but in just one night, he had fallen into the abyss, becoming the villain in everyone's eyes. Everyone avoided him. He had once rebelled and been unwilling to accept it, but the maids sent by Mother Su completely ignored his temper. I advise you to give up on that idea. If it weren't for the fact that the young miss is carrying your child, the Su family wouldn't care about you at all. Song Jinnian also thought of the child in Su Wanru's womb. Only then did he calm down. After all, he had nothing now. The child was his only support. He had to ensure that Su Wanru successfully gave birth to this child. Thinking of this, he stopped struggling. He obediently finished the rest of the porridge. Meanwhile, in the room downstairs, ever since Su Wanru was demoted, it was unknown when she could return to the team. She sat listlessly on the floor, her legs stretched out casually. Her hands hung limply by her sides. Those eyes had lost their former radiance, becoming dull and cloudy. The maid brought in a large box and placed it in front of Su Wanru. Young miss, these are the items sent back from the garbage collection station. They said they were things the young master threw away before. Because the items are too valuable, they didn't dare to dispose of them casually, so they sent them back intact. Hearing that they were things I had thrown away, Su Wanru's dull eyes suddenly lit up. After I left, all the things in my room were thrown away, including the family photo taken before. She had searched every corner of the house, but couldn't find a single thing related to me. Su Wanru forcefully pulled the box over. Perhaps because she hadn't been active for a long time, her strength was unsteady, and the box tore open immediately. The contents inside all fell out. After seeing clearly what was inside, her eyes suddenly widened. Inside were all the gifts she had given me. The teddy bear in her hand was from the first day I came to the Su family. She gave it to me as a welcoming gift. At that time, I was so scared I couldn't sleep all night. It was Su Wanru who snuck into my room, holding the teddy bear and told me bedtime stories. She even said the teddy bear was her avatar, and it would protect me on her behalf. The leather shoes next to it were from Su Wanru, the first birthday gift she gave me. She had specially ordered them from abroad for me. The remaining boxes were all from my birthdays each year, the birthday gifts she gave me. At 12 a.m. on my birthday, as the clock chimed, she would take the prepared gift and place it at my bedroom door. She never missed a single year. Until my 18th birthday, after she discovered the diary hiding my secret feelings, she never gave me another gift again. Su Wanru looked at each item one by one. The pain in her eyes grew deeper and deeper. These gifts were all well preserved by me. If not for the yellowed stains on them, others would have thought they were new. She reached out with a trembling hand, stroking these gifts one by one. Suddenly, it was as if she saw something else. From the bottom of the pile of gifts, she pulled out a diary. Looking at the many pieces of tape on it, she knew. This was my diary that she had torn to shreds. The boy who used to love calling her sister suddenly changed his address, calling her by her full name. She thought it was because I had grown up and had my own secrets. So she didn't think much of it. Until Song Jinnian secretly stopped her and told her all about my feelings for her, did she realize that I had liked her for a long time. At that time, she was first shocked, which immediately turned into fear. I had told even my most private matters to Song Jinnian, and Song Jinnian could never keep a secret. If one day Song Jinnian were to expose this, not only her and me, but even the entire Su family would suffer a huge blow. So before this matter was completely exposed, she only wanted to nip my thoughts in the bud. She also didn't know how she burst into my room, and didn't know how she tore my diary to shreds. When she came to her senses, she saw my tear-streaked, heartbroken face. In that moment, she was truly panicked. But thinking of the contents, that panic turned into indignation. From the first day you came to the Su family, I only ever saw you as a younger brother. How could you have those kinds of thoughts about me? If you still want to stay in the Su family, then get rid of those thoughts. Otherwise, it will cause a citywide scandal, and everyone will know, which will completely disgrace the Su family. Her hand caressed the torn diary. She could imagine how devastated I was after she left, crying my heart out. Then, after crying to the point of exhaustion, how I used tape to piece the torn diary back together bit by bit. Perhaps because of the immense pain, the diary still had many wrinkles from dried tears. The tears had smudged the ink, and many words were no longer clear. But one could still feel the deep love I once had for her. That's why I was so unwilling to give up later, wanting to save her time and time again. But she couldn't agree. The disapproval of father and mother Su alone would have hurt me again. So to completely sever my feelings for her, she decided to find someone to put on an act. After learning of her thoughts, Song Jinnian volunteered himself. She looked at Song Jinnian's almost collapsing body, a sense of pity rising in her heart. But only later did she find out it was all part of Song Jinnian's calculations. Everything that followed happened naturally. She and Song Jinnian grew closer and closer. The love in my eyes for her also faded day by day. When she first didn't come home for the night because of Song Jinnian, when she held Song Jinnian's hand and announced their engagement and then announced their marriage, the love in my eyes completely vanished. All that remained was coldness and distance. That was after my heart had died, the only feeling I had left for her. Clearly, she was very happy at that time. Happy that I finally no longer loved her, but now she finally realized her belated love for me was so painful. A sorrowful emotion spread throughout the room. She hugged the diary and sobbed. Jincheng Airport. Half a year later, I set foot on this land once again. When I went to America before, I thought I would never come back. But I didn't expect that after only half a year, I was back in the country. This time, I came back on behalf of my mother to attend her venerable teacher's birthday celebration. My mother couldn't return due to work reasons, so she had me come back. To ensure my safety, she specially asked my younger cousin to return with me. Even though I had only been gone for half a year, looking at everything before me, I felt as if a lifetime had passed. Xia Jiacheng beside me was constantly amazed. He had lived in America since he was a child. This was his first time back in the country. Before we came back, my mother called another close friend in the country and asked her to take good care of us. So after leaving the airport, we didn't go to a hotel. Instead, we were picked up and taken directly to the Gu family's home. The Gu family lived in the south of Jincheng. It was surrounded by prestigious and wealthy families. And not far from the Gu family's home, where my mother's teacher lived, was the place I used to live. Looking at the familiar street scene, I was dazed for a moment. I had traveled this road countless times. At the age of 6, when the Su family took me home, it was on this road. At the age of 15, because I practiced too late, when Su Wanru came to pick me up, it was also on this road. On the day Su Wanru got married, I also saw her wedding car off on this road. Finally, when I left with my suitcase, I followed this road to the airport. As I was reminiscing, a large hand suddenly appeared before my eyes, waving at me. Only then did I snap out of it. Why are you so dazed? It's nothing. The car stopped steadily in the Gu family's courtyard. Just as we got out, Mother Gu came out to greet us enthusiastically. We hurriedly took out the gifts we had prepared and gave them to the maid beside her. After some pleasantries, Mother Gu pulled us to the prepared rooms. Your rooms are both on the first floor. Pushing open the glass door, you can see the beautiful scenery of the back garden. After unpacking our things, we chatted with Mother Gu for a while longer. Only then did we take the introductory gifts and walk to the Feng family's home to visit my mother's teacher. And before leaving, we told Mother Gu not to save dinner for us. Mother Gu nodded. After reminding us to be safe, she saw us off. The distance from the Gu family's home to the Fengs wasn't very far, but Xia Jiacheng was someone who couldn't sit still. He kept pestering me to tell him stories about Jincheng. Although I had lived in Jincheng for 15 years, I always just went back and forth between the club and the Su family home. I rarely went to other places, especially after my feelings were discovered by Su Wanru. I went out even less. Except for the time I went to the temple in the mountains. Hearing there was a temple to visit, Xia Jiacheng clung to me again, making me promise to take him to pray when I had free time. Xia Jiacheng had loved to wander around since he was a child. Originally, in America, his aunt would watch over him, but after returning to the country, he was like a monkey running wild. I really couldn't stand his pestering, so I could only nod in agreement. After we attend Old Master Feng's birthday celebration, I'll take you there. Xia Jiacheng was finally satisfied and let go of my arm. After arriving at the Feng family's home, the maids were already busy, preparing the necessities for this birthday celebration. The butler saw us and hurriedly welcomed us inside enthusiastically. In the living room, I saw Old Master Feng sitting on the sofa at a glance. I placed the prepared introductory gift on the table. Old Master Feng, on behalf of my parents, I wish you a long and peaceful old age. May you live for 3,000 years. Xia Jiacheng and I also wish you to be as evergreen as a 1,000-year-old tree, living a long life without a care for the years. This series of well wishes made Old Master Feng laugh happily. He patted the armrest of the chair next to him and hurriedly told us to sit on the sofa. He asked with concern, "How have your parents been these past few years?" "Everything is fine. It's just that due to work reasons, they couldn't attend your birthday celebration." "It's all right. The thought is what counts." "Ziyu, take them out for a walk. Come back for dinner in the evening. You young people should go out more." "I'm old. I can't walk much anymore." We chatted for a while longer before bidding farewell to the old master and going out with Feng Ziyu. On the way, the three of us chatted very happily. When we got to an interesting part, Feng Ziyu suddenly slapped his head. I almost forgot about this. It just so happens that half a month ago, I made an appointment with a racing club. I was planning to go try it out. I remember Xing Chen used to be a race car driver, right? How about you help me see if this club is any good? If it's not, I'll switch to another one.